Hello, my name is Sergi, and in this video I will quickly go over some of the features of matrix thermal analysis. Now this video is designed for people that are getting the demo key to kind of show you how to use this demo system and create some heat maps and how the software works in general. So right now I am at the login screen for the software, which is located at matrix/thermal/analysis.com. And you were provided, if you have the demo account, you were provided login and password, which goes into username and password fields relative in this form. I already have that in, and I will click login. I get into the system here, the patients in the top, and we have the system set up in a way that you can create sessions relative to individuals. So in order to run any kind of session, you would have to first have an individual profile. You can add new profiles, add new patients by clicking add new patient either on top or from within the patients menu, and by creating a first name, last name, gender, and age. Clicking submit, you would create a patient. Now we already have in the list, we already have patients listed. There are 2 people, demo female and test, so we'll use those for purposes of this demo. What I'll do now is I will click on the individual's name, which will open all the possible sessions that can be done for this individual. There are 2 general categories of sessions. There are the preset sessions here on the top, and there are free plot sessions here on the bottom, and I will describe the primary difference. Rather, I'd actually show you the difference. When you're running a preset sessions, you're going to be looking for a very specific problem. The name of the session will tell you what the problem is. So we're looking for metabolic rate. It's right here, and so we're looking for any kind of problems with metabolic rate. If we want to run the preset session for metabolic rate, we click on this session, and this image opens up, which represents the person's head in this case. 5 points have already been plotted for you to take temperature readings from. So you would take the thermometer and take temperature readings from the points that are shown here relative on the body of the person that you're working with. So we'd go to this point and take temperature reading from it, click set, and input the data you got from the thermometer. For the purposes of this demo, I'm just putting in whatever information comes to my mind to make this quick. And I continue taking data from points of the patient and putting that data into the system. And when I've gathered this information from all the points, I can now click render and obtain heat map. So this is now saved. I get all the points, click render, and I will get the heat map. There are a few things you should look for. One is this analysis that comes in kind of word format. It will say that complications either exist or do not. So in this case, complications do exist based on mathematical analysis of the data I provided to the system. That data, of course, came from the patient. And the top here, we see multiple heat points that represent problematic areas. So in this case, we have a problem in both the word format, and the heat map is also reflecting that. If we would like, we can save this session by clicking Save Session and get back to it anytime we'd like. So this is an example of a preset session, which means that you cannot create any points yourself. You can only work with points provided, but they will give you information regarding a specific problem. And if we'd like to look over previous sessions, we just click Show Previous Sessions, and this is the session that we've just done. I open that session, and all the data is in. I can re-render it again, and I can reuse this information for comparison purposes. Now let's go back into the patient again and look at the free plot sessions. The free plot sessions have names related to body parts, body areas. So if you'd like to work with someone's back, then you would locate the back session. And when you click on that session, you would have the back. First thing you notice is that there are no preset points for the bag, and that's why it's called a free plot. You can work with any area on this image that you like. So if you have a patient that has a problem in this area, you can map this area by taking temperature readings from it, relating it onto this image. So I can now click here, input the data, and that point will be plotted in that exact spot I clicked. And in this exact manner, you can create as many points as you like. This gives you a lot of freedom as far as which areas you can map and analyze. And after you've collected enough information, you can then plot this area using the same technique. So we have 5 points. Let's go ahead and render this. And obviously there are 2 red spots. And you will also get feedback in the form of wording reply, as well as visual feedback on the heat map itself. So it's saying that possible complication exists by analyzing data you have provided, as well as showing you red spots, which means that the deviation from the standard from average is about 0.6 of a degree. And this is essentially how freestyle sessions work. They can also be saved, so if we click save, and then we can go back again into this patient and look for back plot sessions and click on this session here to again see the data that we have put in and re-render it if we'd like. And this is the general overview. So if you have a demo account and you have a thermometer, or you just would like to see how this software operates, you can log in and just kind of run some tests with these sessions. And it's pretty straightforward once you work with it for a couple of times. But we have found that in some cases people find it a bit confusing, which is why we made this video. There's also frequently asked questions in the profile on top, and when you're done working, you just log out, which is what I'm going to do now. And that's it for this video.